going to be on our mat the whole time.
Okay.
So lie on your mat. And I want you to bring awareness to the back of your head, anything that's touching the mat. Your back of your shoulders, your hips, your calves and your heels. And close your eyes. And start to take some nice deep breaths in through the nose and out through the mouth. A nice cleansing breath. Noticing that your belly rises as you inhale. And your belly falls at the bottom of your exhale. And then seal your lips. Then we'll find our Ujjayi breath, which is breathing in and out through the nose with a slight constriction in the back of the throat. This is the breath that we will use, nice and calm. This is the breath that guides our movement, guides how deeply we go into a pose. So you want to exhale like you're fogging a mirror using the air coming out of your nose only. Sort of channeling your inner Darth Vader. You should be able to hear each other's breath. And then bring your legs together and bring your heels down onto the mat with your toes facing up towards the ceiling. And bend your right knee and bring your right foot flat to the mat. We're going to do a sequence that's going to warm up and stretch out our psoas, which is our primary hip flexor, top of the quad, front of the hip. Lift your right foot up about 2 inches. Imagine there's a pencil on your knee and start making circles with your knee, like you're doing a spirograph, and that pencil is drawing a circle on the ceiling. Relax your shoulders, pick up your head, tuck your chin, so that your neck is nice and straight. So this circle that you're making is progressively getting larger and larger. So it's getting bigger, and it's getting bigger. Ground down through your left heel. You want to make sure that your hips are not rocking from side to side. They will a little bit, but ground down so that they stay nice and stable. And then that circle is going to become more like an oval. Relax your foot. And when your right leg is as long as your left leg, you're going to change direction and make that nice big circle going in the opposite direction. And it's going to progressively get smaller and smaller, breathing. Smaller and smaller. Think about balls. Think about basketball, volleyball, softball, tennis ball, lacrosse ball, golf ball, ping pong ball, tiny, 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 tiny. And then extend that leg out long. Take your hands and rest them so that the heel of your palms are on your hip bones, and spread your hands wide. You should feel a nice opening through the front of the right hip. Ground down through the right heel, bend your left knee, and we'll go to the other side. Slight engagement in your shoulder blades to maintain stability in the upper body and your hips, and start making tiny little circles like there's a pencil on your knee pointed straight up to the ceiling, and it's making spirograph circles. Don't forget to breathe in through your nose, out through your nose. Circle is getting progressively larger and larger. When your left leg is as long as your right, So use your proprioception, which is your brain's ability to know where you are in space. When that leg is long, change direction. Long leg in the other direction, you're kind of more of like an oval shape. And as you get smaller and smaller, really dial into that circle. Relax your quad, relax your foot. Your foot's pretty close to the mat, so that your knee is pointing straight up, and it gets smaller and smaller, and a little bit smaller, and a little bit smaller, till it's teeny, 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 tiny circle, and then extend your left leg long. Rest your hands on your psoas. These are your hip flexors here in the front. You should feel a nice wide opening. Great way to warm up your hips in the morning. Bend your knees, hug your knees into your chest, knees together, ankles together, hands on top of the knees. Start to make some circles. Circling out in one direction, your elbows are bending and extending. And then change direction, bend, extend, and then hug your knees in, keeping your head down on the mat. Bring your arms over on top of your shins, and you're going to grab opposite wrists, forearms, or elbows. Hug your knees in and relax through your tailbone. Give it a little squeeze, and then roll over to one side and press yourself up. We're going to come to a seated position. Have a little paw underneath the bathroom door over here. The cat wants to come in so bad. So come to a seated position in a cross-legged position, but don't cross your ankles. So one foot is in front of the other, because I want the sides of your hips to be able to open up, and just kind of notice how we feel here. And bring your right hand down onto the mat and reach your left arm up and over, and try and square your shoulders. Drag your right hand down and towards your hip and just reach over, and then go to the other side and change sides. And then bring your right hand down. Bring either your forearm and your elbow are on the mat. I'm not quite that open right now, but I want to make sure my wrist and my elbow and my shoulder are in one line. Bring your left hand to your left ear. Take an inhale here. Press your right hand down and rotate your chest up towards the sky. And then exhale, left elbow closing towards the right wrist. And inhale, open. And exhale, close. A couple more times with your breath.
So tight.
I know, aren't we all?
I'm a little sore from moving that table yesterday.
This will be good for you.
We
So-
had to redecorate. We bought a new
Oh
rug
geez,
for my
Doris and her redecorating. So elbow is nice and high, lift, bring your left hand down, bring your right hand to your left knee. Push your knee out, pull with your right hand, tent your fingers of your left hand, and then look over your left shoulder and twist. Heart forward, chin back, nice straight spine. Look over your right shoulder. Look back over your left shoulder. Hand is pulling on the knee. Chin back to right in front of your sternum. Bring your left arm up, left bicep by the left ear, and side body bend over to the right. Rise, come through center, bring your right elbow underneath your left elbow into an eagle arm. So either grab opposite shoulders, connect the backs of your hands, or connect your palms with your thumbs towards your forehead. Inhale, lift your elbows. Exhale, tuck and curl. Elbows to the navel. Inhale, lift your elbows. My thumbs are right on my forehead. Exhale, tuck and curl, pull your ribs back, nice and gentle. Inhale, lift till your elbows are parallel with the mat. Bring your elbows to the left. Slide your elbows to the left, look over your right shoulder. Cycle through center. Inhale, bring your elbows to the right, look over your left shoulder. Come back through center. Bring your hands down behind your hips. Lift your hips, come to your knees. And just lift your chin if it feels good. And come back to a seated position. Stretch your legs out in front. Forward fold, just kind of reach for your toes. Bend your knees here. We haven't warmed up the backs of our legs yet. And come back, and let's put the other foot in front. All right, left hand down, right hand, right ear. Inhale, open twist. Exhale, close it off. 2 more. Inhale. And exhale. And inhale. And exhale. Inhale, rise. Bring your left hand to your right knee. Tent your fingers, so you have like your thumb and your finger, your thumb is facing forward. Push with your back hand to have a nice straight spine. My right knee is pressing out, my left hand is pulling in. Look over your right shoulder with your chin right in line with your sternum there. Look over your left shoulder, nice straight spine. Back over your right shoulder. Come through center. Inhale your right arm up, bicep is by the ear, side body bend over to the left. Left shoulder forward, right shoulder back. Push out with the knee. Give it a pull. Slowly rise. Eagle arms, left arm underneath the right. Connect the backs of your palms or your palms. Thumbs are in line with your forehead. Inhale, lift your elbows. Exhale, tuck and curl. So squeeze your elbows together. Pull down with the top elbow. Press up with the bottom elbow. Inhale, arch your spine. Exhale, tuck and curl. 1 more time. And then elbows to shoulder height. So bring your elbows over to the left. Chin looks to the right. Give it a pull. Come through center. Elbows to the right. Look to the left. And slowly release. Before we release completely, and lift our hips, let's walk our fingertips forward. Tense your fingers, push them down, drag them towards your body, and then tilt your pelvis forward and bring your chin to your chest. Walk your hands in, bring your hands behind, lift your hips. Your knees are on the mat, squeeze your shoulder blades together, lift your hips, lift your chin, arch your spine, and release. Swing your legs around behind you and come to a child's pose. Knees are wide, big toes touch. Everything's nice and warm now. Forehead is on the mat. Roll your forehead from side to side. Massage your eyebrow, your brow bone, and take a little time to come to the middle and make some circles where your third eye is. Connect back to your breath so you can hear your breath. Sealed lips. Walk your forehead and your arms over to the right. Your left elbow is on the mat. Your right elbow is on the mat, is probably on the ground. Drag your left elbow down and back. And sink your left hip towards your left heel. Walk over to the left, arms to the left. Drag your right elbow down and back, sink through your armpit and your rib, right hip, right heel. Come back through center and come up to all fours, so your knees are wide, your big toes touch. But lift your hips up so that they're over your knees and bring your forearms to a number 11. I'm going to curl my toes under because I like there to be a toe stretch here. Push your elbows down, drag them towards your knees, and then round your spine, bring your chin to your chest and shift back. And then come back up and start over. Drag your elbows down towards your knees, round your spine, and shift back. So it's a flossing motion where we drag as we lengthen through the muscles and bring the hips towards the heels, and then we let that go and we find a starting position. Then you're going to bring your elbows over to the left and you're going to do the same thing. You're going to drag your elbows back and you're going to shift back towards that left heel. If you round your shoulders forward and you pull your ribs up towards the sky, chin to the chest, you might feel this a little bit more. Keep it fluid, keep it dynamic, and then go over to the left. Drag the elbow back. Nice big breaths. Good, and then release. Just hold your child's pose. Untuck your toes. Walk your elbows forward with your forehead on the mat. Bring your hands to prayer. Sink through your armpits and bring your thumbs towards the nape of your neck. Sink nice and low. Release, come to tabletop. Spread your fingers wide. Wrists are underneath the shoulders. Tuck your toes, cat, cow. Inhale, drop your belly. Lift your chin. Exhale, tuck and curl. Inhale, drop belly, lift chin. Exhale, tuck and curl. One more time, inhale. And exhale. Dial your fingers back so they're facing as close as facing back towards your knees as possible, and do some little mini bend extends with your elbows. Fingers are spread wide like starfish. Heel of the palm is on the mat. You might be able to bend your elbows, you might not if you have tight forearms and wrists. And maybe you shift your hips back and forth. Bring your shoulders away from your ears. Could be tiny little motions. You can make some circles with your shoulders. Make sure your shoulders are over your wrists. And then flip your palms to face up and your fingers facing in. So your wrists are still underneath your shoulders. Make a fist and open. Make a fist and open. We're still in all fours. Yeah. Tight wrists, tight forearms, right? Tennis, pickleball, golf, mouse, computer, typing, phone, texting.
Yeah.
All right, bring your knees together, shift back. I want all 10 toes to be forward. Your heels are together and your knees are together. We're gonna sit in toe crunch. So if this is hard for you, you're gonna put your fingertips on the mat and you're just gonna ease your hips back until you start to stretch. I want your base, your big toes to be touching. And your goal is to sit, this is stretching the plantar fascia in the bottoms of our feet, right? The goal is to hug your heels in towards the midline. Ears over shoulders, shoulders over hips. Rest your hands on your thighs and just kind of breathe. And then bring your hands down and then pedal out your feet. Do a little yogi drum roll. Pick up your feet. Make some circles with your ankles in one direction. Make a fist with your toes and open. The oft neglected toes, right? This is called toe crunch. All right, and then we're just gonna sit back on our hips to our heels. Your toes do not have to be crunched under here. You can do this with crunched toes if you want. So we're gonna do Batman. So we're gonna stretch out those wrists. I heard some moaning and groaning with some tight wrists there. So let's get into the wrists and the forearms. So make a circle with your thumb and your first finger. Flip your fingers so that they're under, like when we were little, we used to do Batman or whatever we called it. So my fingers are underneath my jawline, and I want to bring my circle of my thumb and my first finger up. Good. Okay, so drag your elbows down and back. Your circles are around your eyes, and you're trying to get the base of your thumb to be on, real close to your forehead. Relax your shoulders here.
I don't know if I'm doing it right.
What's that?
I don't think I'm doing it right. How do you flip your fingers down? Like just like that?
Like this. Go like this.
Oh.
Flip your fingers under here. No, with your palms facing me. Nope, palms facing me, Jennifer. Yeah. Now bring your fingers underneath your chin. Yes. There you go. You're going to remember this from when we were little. Good, like goggles. Now relax your elbows and get your shoulders away from your ears. Good. Excellent. Just breathe here. Yeah, unbelievable, huh? And then let that go. Just let palms face up. Hands rest on your quads. Breathe, let's just let that go. You should feel a tingling sensation of some new blood flow going down your shoulders and down into your arms, to your fingers, especially your thumb and your first finger. All right, bring your arms out in front. We're gonna do a little bit more wrist and forearm stuff. Keeping your palms facing down, cross your right forearm over your left. Thumbs down, palms together, make a fist. Pinkies to the sky. Yeah? Good. Okay. Shrug your shoulders up to your ears. I'm showing you what I don't want. I want you to bring your shoulders down away from your ears. Inhale, bring your fists towards your chest. Exhale, press out.
You know, this is when I can't get my, like this. So come like this, Deborah. And then like
Oh yeah, I did. Twist it around.
oh my God, you're extended that far?
So Deborah hyperextends. I remember this from growing up with Debbie. So you have to be careful. You have to be careful, Deb, that you don't go to a point where you go past having a straight arm, okay?
And I am the opposite.
And you're the opposite. So what you want to do is you want to floss it in and out. And then once you get to a point where you want to hold, you want to relax and take your thumbs and pull them down towards the mat. Okay? And then let that go. That was right forearm on the left forearm.
My knees are like double jointed too.
I know, remember, because you're a hyperextender.
Yeah.
Okay, so when you bring your left forearm over your right, let's do the other side. You're gonna find that one side is harder than the other because it's gonna be your texting thumb, your palms together, relax your shoulders, you're gonna come in and you're gonna pull out. This side's easier for me. So here's the deal. Jennifer, do this once an hour at your desk. Put a sticky note, put an alarm on your phone. It doesn't take a lot of work to stretch your fingers and your forearms.
Yeah.
It really doesn't, but if you neglect it, this is where arthritis can set in as we age. Okay, this is not something that we want to do. Okay, rest your palms face up. So now you should feel a lot of blood flow to your whole hand. We've opened up, done some nerve gliding, and we've really opened up our forearms and our wrists and our hands. That's a good thing. Okay, let's come back to all fours. Do a couple knee circles with your right knee. So you're gonna bring your right knee towards your right elbow. You're gonna open up to like a fire hydrant. You're gonna drop your knee so it's like a donkey kick and then bring your knee down to the mat. So you're gonna ride the edge of this circle, keeping your right hip down towards the mat.
This feels so good.
Yeah.
Good, and then let's change direction. So the knee goes down, the foot goes up. Without the hip opening, open up to like a hydrant, and then bring the knee down towards the elbow. So we're just doing some mobility work, right? Ideally, your knee is in line with your hip, especially when you open up. Okay, so put your knee down, walk it a little bit over to the right, bring your left knee over towards the right knee, pick up your right knee and cross it behind your left knee. And then open your feet wide. And all you're gonna do is you're gonna shift back. You can make this dynamic and you can shift back so your right knee is on the bottom, your left knee is on the top. You're gonna open your feet and then you're gonna sit back and see how close you can get your hips towards the mat. You can sit up tall, or you can keep your arms out in front. and then slowly come over back onto your knees. Unwind the right knee, bring the left knee underneath the hip, and bring the right arm out, the right leg out, in line with your hip, toes facing forward. Take your right foot, drag it to the midline, curl your left toes under, and then shift your left hip back. And then come back to a starting position. Starting position, shoulders over the wrists, knees under the hip. Press your right foot down, pull it to the midline, and shift back. So what we're gonna do here is you're gonna play around here and get this dynamic stretching in. You can also bend your right knee, angle your right toes out, push your foot down, drag it to the left, and then shift back. Your foot can be down or you can lift your toes. So you're getting a dynamic stretch. We call this flossing and dynamic stretching. My left toes are curled under. And release. Bring your knees together, bring your feet together, untuck your toes. Bring your forehead to the mat, your hands reach back with your palms facing up. This is embryo pose, just rest here. And we're gonna go to the other side. Good, rise, hip circles on the left. Make sure your hips are underneath your hips are over your knees and your hands are underneath your shoulders. Spread your fingers wide. Left knee, left elbow, open to a hydrant, knee down, heel up donkey, and then knee to the mat. And then smooth that out. I want you to ride the edge of that stretch there and then change direction. When you feel you can't go any higher or any more, that's when you go to the next movement. Stay at that height before you switch around. Good. Bring your left knee down. Pick up your right knee and bring it over so that it's touching your left knee. Then pick up your left knee, put it behind your right knee on the mat. Open your feet wide. And then dorsiflex your ankles. That means toes to the nose. Okay? Toes towards your knee. And then shift back and forth, whatever feels good. You can sit all the way down into half shoelace, and you can just sit with your hips down in between your stacked knees. You can round your spine and bring your chin to your chest and sink those hips back. And then rise and unwind, unweave, bring the right knee back underneath that right hip. Extend the left leg out. Lift through your lift through your inner arch. Press that foot down, drag it to the right. I have my right toes curled under because I want to stretch through the back of I want to stretch the underside of that foot, and I'm just going to shift back. I'm going to push down, drag to the right, and I'm going to shift back. I like to bend my knee, kind of angle my foot out to the side, and shift my hips back a little bit more towards that right hand direction. It feels good.
So good. This is helping my lower back that I think I wrenched when we were moving that table.
Oh yeah, this is going to help your low back a lot.
Yeah, when I woke up this morning, my back was hurting.
Oh God, Deborah.
All right, swing your knees out in front, come to your back.
She has the heaviest coffee table in the entire world. Like 500 pounds.
Why does that not surprise me? All right, hug your knees in. Make some circles with your knees, rock from side to side. I want you to bring the soles of your feet together and interlace your hands on the pinky edges of your feet. So you're in like butterfly pose, reclined butterfly or cobbler. And I want you to roll all the way onto the right side so that your right knee and your quad is on the mat. And then roll all the way over to the left. This is actually going to give you a massage on that low back. Roll all the way over. Good, and then release. Bring your feet down, bring your arms down onto the mat with your palms flat. We're gonna do a rolling bridge. So walk your shoulder blades together and reach your fingers down so that I want your fingers to be able to tickle the backs of your heels. That's gonna align your knees over your ankles. So palms are nice and flat, shoulders are engaged. Tuck your tailbone. We're gonna lift up into bridge one vertebra at a time. It's called a rolling bridge. Tuck your tailbone, scoop your belly, and then lift your low back up, your middle back up, your knees track forward, your toes are forward. Lift, 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 so you can't lift up anymore. Chin is in line with the chest. And then we're gonna reverse that. You're gonna tuck your tailbone and think about laying your top rib, your next rib, so you get your upper back, middle back. Use your core to do it. And then slowly lower all the way down, and then lift your low back up so you have a nice arch in your underneath your back. You'll be able to slide your fingers in there. So let's inhale, scoop and lift, one vertebra at a time. Heels push down and up towards your head. Your knees track forward. Lift, lift, lift. And then squeeze your shoulder blades together. Get some more height. And then lower down one vertebra at a time. Don't forget to breathe. Don't hold your breath. I know it's work. Good. And release. Extend your legs out long. Hug your right knee in and interlace your fingers on top of your right shin. Take a breath here. Now bring your hands behind your hamstring and extend your leg up long. And go toes to the nose, toes to the sky. I've released my leg away from me so that my arms are long, but my head is on the mat. Hug your knee in again, interlace on top of that shin. Hug the knee in towards the right shoulder. And then open that right knee out to the side so you're almost like in tree pose. Right foot towards the left inner thigh. Bring your right hand and encourage that right knee down. So I'm on the inside of my right thigh here, my inner thigh. And then hug that knee back in. And then bring your left hand to your right knee and twist and bring that knee over. You can keep your shoulders on the mat and look to the right. You can actually do that. Keep your right shoulder pinned. And then roll over onto your belly and do a number 7. So your right knee is going to be bent. And come to your forearms. Your left leg is long, and your right knee is in line with your hip. And your ankle is in line with that knee. You're going to come to forearms like in Sphinx. And I want you to drag your elbows down towards your hips and engage your core and drag your heart through this center here. And then lower down, bring your legs together, bring your arms out like a T and your chin on the mat. We're gonna cycle scorpion. So roll onto your right hip and bring your left foot to the mat and look to the left. And then roll onto your left hip and bring your right foot to the mat. Your knee is nice and high. And then roll back again. My left hand is on the mat, my right arm is out like a T. My left heel is searching for the mat, my knee is high, then your left leg is straight, and roll from side to side. Good, and then come back up to your forearms, come back to your knee being out in line with your hip. Weave your left shoulder under and roll onto your back. Extend the left leg long, hug the right knee in. Extend the right leg up to the sky. Point and flex, point and flex.
Wait, I think we're on the other side, please.
No, we're still on right leg.
Oh, okay, all right.
Still on right leg. And then slowly release and put your right foot down on the mat. Now we'll go to the other side. I know that's a funky transition. So hug your left knee in so it's wind removing pose. Your elbows are tight by your ribs. Your right leg is long and your right heel is on the mat. Hug the knee in towards the left shoulder. Interlace your hands behind your left hamstring. Release your legs nice and high up towards the sky. Point and flex, point and flex. Hug that knee in. And then open your left knee out to the left so that your left foot is towards your right inner thigh. Take your left hand and rest it on your inner thigh there to encourage a nice stretch. You can feel this in your low back. Breathe here. Hug that knee back into the chest. In towards the shoulder, belly on the thigh. Right hand, left knee twist. Your right leg is nice and straight. Look to the left, pin your left shoulder down, and just give a little pull with your right hand on your left knee. Roll all the way over. Bring that knee down onto the mat. Your right leg is straight. You've got Sphinx arms where your elbows are underneath your shoulders. Drag your elbows down. You've got a number 11 with your forearms. Encourage your left hip forward. Now weave your right arm under and roll onto your back. Hug your left knee in again. Extend your right leg up towards the sky. Hug the knee in. And then extend your legs out nice and long and just breathe. So that's a good one to sneak in getting into your low back. Great way to get into the low back.
Yeah, my back already feels better.
That's awesome. Well, this is going to be good for your low back too. We're going to do figure 4. So bend your knees and bring your feet flat. Bring your right ankle on top of your left knee, and I just want you to rest here. Your left foot is flat. Your right ankle is on your left knee. Look down your body and make sure you're straight. You're in one straight line. Sometimes we get a little twisted. We get a little diagonal on our mat. Interlace your fingers. Bring your basket grip behind your right knee. And we're going to do some resistance stretching. So first we're going to engage the muscles in the back of our right hip and our right glute, and then we're going to lengthen those muscles. To engage them, we're going to kick our knee into our hand and feel our muscles light up, right? We feel them engage. And then we're going to bend our elbows, and we're going to drag our right knee in over towards our left shoulder. And then we're going to straighten our arms and come back to the starting position. So you're going to inhale, press your knee away, and exhale. I like to curl up and bring my chin to my chest without lifting my head up too far off the mat. Inhale, kick the knee away. Exhale, drag it across. Inhale, kick. Exhale, drag. So it's a flossing motion. And release. Now pick up your left foot. Weave your right arm through the gap and interlace your hands behind your left hamstring. Your right ankle is still on your left knee. So this you might feel you have less range of motion. And you're going to feel it in a different part. You're going to probably feel this more in your low back and more towards the center and not so much the outer hip. To engage, we're going to kick the right ankle into the knee. And then to elongate, we're going to bend our elbows our chin to our chest and track the knee towards the left shoulder, and then put the head back down and straighten the arms. Kick the ankle away and drag in, and kick and lengthen those muscles. Imagine them shortening and lengthening. We're getting into the structural fascia here. We're strengthening and stretching these muscles. And then release, and just put your head down and keep your hands interlaced behind your left knee, and just rest here. Keep your ankle on the knee, put your left foot down, take your right hand, your right ankle is still on your left knee, and press it onto your right knee so that your hips are down, so that you're kind of pushing your right knee away from you. And just find the push where you start to feel a little pull. I feel this little pull in my low back and kind of toward my tailbone, more towards the center of my spine. You can make this dynamic and push away and let it spring forward. Push and spring, push and spring. And then release. Bring your feet wide, let your knees fall in, arch in the low back, broken bridge. Heel toe your feet so that they're in line with your knees and your hips. Left ankle, right knee. Basket grip behind your left knee. Head and shoulders are on the mat. First, find a nice relaxed state. To engage, we're going to kick the left knee into the hand, and to elongate, we're going to bend our elbows and drag that knee over towards the right shoulder. Right foot stays down. You want more? Tuck up into a ball. Head down, kick away, elongate, chin to the chest. Don't forget to breathe. You can breathe out through your mouth on these. This is a lot of work. And then rest. Pick up your right foot, release your grip, weave your left hand through the gap and interlace your fingers and put your hands kind of behind your knee crease. Try not to roll over onto the left hip. That's what your body's going to probably want to do. So we've got ankle, knee in line with hip, in line with shoulder. Kick your ankle away to engage the outer hip, and then bend your elbows and track that knee towards the right shoulder. Kick away. And keep your low back down. Think about nice heavy through the tailbone. Inhale and exhale. Option, chin to the chest, and try to not lift your head up off the mat. Your head is going to lift. I just don't want you to curl your shoulders up off the mat. Shoulders stay down. And then take your hands away, put your foot down. Take your left hand and press your left knee away. Press and release with your right foot on the mat. We'll hold the other one with our foot up in a second. You can hold it away and just breathe. And then when you're ready, you're going to put those hands back behind that hamstring, and you're going to hug your right knee in towards your right shoulder, and you're going to hold. My left elbow is gently pressing my left thigh away. My hips are heavy. My breath is deep and long. I'm not rolling onto my left hip. And then slowly release, put your feet down, feet are wide, knees fall in. Broken bridge. Bring the soles of your feet together, let your knees fall out, big arch in the spine, but your ribs are still on the mat. Cobbler, butterfly. Bring your elbows inside your knees, bring your feet up towards the sky. Hands grip the pinky edges of your feet for happy baby. Elbows press out, knees pull in, hands pull down, feet press up. Rock from side to side. You can alternate, bend and extend. Keep the legs nice and active. And then hold your happy baby. So if the ceiling were to lower, you would make a perfect stamp with your sole of your foot. You would make a perfect footprint on the ceiling. So press with your big toe and bring your pinky toes more towards your grip. Elbows are pressing on the knees are pulling in. Now release your right foot down back to cobbler or butterfly pose. So the outer blade of your right foot is on the mat and you're in happy baby on the left side. You can rest your right hand on your inner thigh here, on the right inner thigh. You're pulling your knee down, so your knee is tracking to the mat. Transition back to happy baby. Get a grip on that right pinky edge of that foot. Release the left foot down so it's in cobbler, butterfly. Toes are facing forward, outer blade of the left foot is on the mat. Relax your left knee. Find your breath. Bring your right foot to meet your left. You're now in cobbler. Bring your palms to face up. Arms are outstretched. And slowly slide your left foot down so that your left leg is straight. Your heel is on the mat. Slowly extend your right leg down. Your heel is on the mat. Pick up your head, tuck your chin. Put your head back down. Let your toes flop out. Your heels are in. Let's do some cleansing breaths before we run out of time here. Inhale through your nose. Fill up, fill up, fill up, fill up, fill up. Big open mouth exhale. Two more just like that. Inhale. Little sips of air at the top. When you think your lungs are full, I want you to go more. Relax your body. Take more air in. Big open mouth exhale. Vocal. Last one, best one. Lengthen out your exhale. Go. Press it out. Press out all the air. Bring your right foot flat. Bring your left foot flat. Hug your knees in. Curl up into a little ball. Bring your forehead towards your knees. Bring your head back down. Roll your knees over to one side. Press yourself up. And we are done.